Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I wanted to show you that the market has been down today. We've got things that are down. There's Solana down 12%. Let's see what XRP down 9.63. And I wanted to explain to everyone that this happens every year. Look, Algorand's down 13%. This happens every year, folks, and I did a tweet about it. My fingers are tired from buying the dip today. Love the opportunity. Tax selling happens every year. I buy what they sell every year. And there's an article I wanted to show you on this. This is an opinion article from Market Watch. Selling losing stocks now is a smart tax move. Buying them back before January is even smarter. And so what they say here is you only have a couple more days to profit in two different ways from tax loss selling. I'm referring to the sale of stocks you're holding as a loss in order to offset the capital gains you have previously realized so far this year, on which you will otherwise have to pay tax this coming April. The second opportunity to profit traces to the tendency of stocks sold in December to bounce back in the new year. You may therefore want to get back into the stocks you sold by the end of the year. So they're able to get those tax benefits by selling as they head into late December. Then they could buy back in. It's the same thing goes for crypto. It happens every year, folks. So you need to understand that. Now, you need to go open an iTrustCapital account, open a Roth IRA or whatever kind of IRA you're eligible for, and then you don't have to deal with all this tax stuff. They are one of my sponsors, but I do have two accounts. I shifted some money into my iTrustCapital IRA today. So that's my favorite way to invest. But if you are dealing with the tax issues in these taxable accounts, or if you've got an iTrustCapital IRA, buying these dips is the best time for me. This is what I do, is buying these dips, because these dips don't have anything to do with the fundamentals of all of these crypto. They're selling them for another reason that has nothing to do with the fundamentals of these cryptocurrencies. And that is an opportunity. Another opportunity, you've got about, what's today's date? We've got the 28th. So you got a couple more days on Link2. If you buy private equity on their platform, you have to be an accredited investor, and they are a sponsor. But if you buy on their platform, you'll get they will give you $1,000 of XRP if you buy private equity. And then if you buy Ripple private equity, they'll give you $1,500 of XRP. And you have to buy it through your Uphold wallet to be eligible for that. Okay. And they do have a tiny amount of Ripple left. I looked and it's like $20-something thousand worth of Ripple left. So that'll be gone. Let me hit the refresh and see if it's already gone. It might already be. Okay. There's just a tiny amount on there. Okay. Crypto Bull, 260 days of consolidation for XRP in this wedge. Something big will happen in the next 3 weeks. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you what I was buying this morning. I bought, I was beefing up on XLM, but then I also bought Algorand. Okay. Algorand is one of my favorites too. I've got, XRP, XLM are my top two. I'm looking at Algorand. I'm looking at Hedera Hashgraph. I'm looking at XDC. I own everything I just mentioned. I own some of them. Okay. I'm looking at the ones that are ISO compliant. I don't own any Theta, which is one of them. I'm looking at Cardano. I'm looking at the things that actually are legit technologies that work, not Bitcoin and Ethereum. The things that work, the things that are going to be, that the new financial system is going to be built on. Now, this was funny. Ripple, I pointed out that Jay Clayton was on a YouTube channel, and he has now got a beard. And what was funny is that TAIG weighed in. It says, Jay Clayton looking like he's getting ready to skip the country. And all he needed was a hat and a mustache and some glasses. Now, I want to point out something that, the other day I showed a tweet from Matt Hamilton, who is with Ripple, and he's one of the developers, I guess you'd say, on Ripple. And he was making the point that all this DeFi stuff and all of the building stable coins on ledgers and all of that Joseph Lubin walks around acting like Ethereum is the end all be all and that they came up with all this, but they didn't. XRP was doing it, and XLM, Stellar. You could do this on these a long time ago, and they don't have to upgrade to a 2.0 because they've been ready and roaring and ready to go since a long time ago. And that's the kind of the absurdity of everything we're watching with this whole Ethereum free pass thing, is that it was a literal demo, but you don't have to take my word for it. Don't you worry. I've got a video of Joseph Lubin in his own words saying that Ethereum 1.0 is a freaking demo. All of you out there that have been sucked into this Ethereum thing, and look, I own some Ethereum, more or less like just to have some, okay? Just in case 2.0 is successful, but the point is it's a question mark. You've been buying a demo. Ethereum is a demo. Ethereum 1.0 is a demo. Not me saying it. Just wait. All right. Now, Stefan Huber put this out. Now, look at this. You got to see this. And because I thought the same thing he's saying right here when I saw this. What in the heck is going on? Why is a Bloomberg article appearing right now about the SEC, how their Edgar database was cracked by Russian hackers, and why Web3 might be a pyramid scheme? And I am overwhelmed both by the timing and the combination of topics. This is the same thing I thought when I saw this. This is from Bloomberg, okay? That's December 21st, okay? There's inside information in SEC filings. Also, Web3, drug trial, insider trading, and Olive Garden NFTs. Hack the SEC. The SEC, after all, is maybe the world's greatest repository of material information about public companies. The combination of all these topics makes no sense in one article to me either. I thought it was weird. Here's there's the name of the article. There's inside information in SEC filings. Also Web3. And since when are they calling Web3 is a pyramid scheme? Is that that's what they said? Let me see here. I didn't pull up the article, but they did say it might be a pyramid scheme. Web3, a pyramid scheme? Man, there's a lot going on right now, and here's one of them. You think I'm calling Ethereum 1.0 a demo? You don't have to take my word for it. Here's Joseph Lubin. This is October 14th, 2015. This is a whistleblower alert. Whistleblower alert. Gary Gensler, Hester Pierce, Allison Heron Lee. Ethereum 2.0 is a new system. Security issuance in progress. Why are you treating Ripple one way and then Ethereum is treated by a different standard? Why? Listen to Joseph Lubin.
It was our goal to basically build a demo system, get 1.0 out the door. 1.0 is going to be totally scalable for a year or 2 years. It'll be just fine. It's a system that enables us to learn how to build these crazy new things called decentralized applications to deal with the user experience of 15-second block times, to learn how to build a decentralized business, to sort of figure out what those business models might be. So 1.0 is plenty for a while, and ideally we get wildly successful and there becomes a real burgeoning need for 2.0 scalability. But really, as 1.0 gets more and more used, more and more popular, it's not like transactions are going to fall to the floor. It's a market, basically. So if you really need your transaction to be processed, then you simply raise the fee that you pay to miners. So Ethereum 1.0 will be able to handle things for quite a while.
They knew it was a demo, folks. And I said, I wonder if Grayscale and Coinbase and all the others that have been letting investors, I wonder if they've all been letting investors know that they're actually buying a demo of a digital asset. That's a real good question. And what liability resides there? Now, check this out. Every time I listen to this stuff every time I listen to Joseph Lubin talk about how great a job the SEC has done, and he talks about other digital assets as if his is somehow different. They issued a security, and he acts like everybody else is doing it, but he somehow didn't, and therefore the SEC is doing a great job, and now they're enforcing security. Like he's on the SEC's side when he's the one that issued a damn security in the first place. It is one flew over the cuckoo's nest crazy every time I hear this stuff, because the guys that started Ethereum are as guilty or more guilty than anybody else in the space of issuing a security. The only difference is that they were able to sit down with the SEC and plan how they would get this Bill Hinman speech out and get around securities laws for Ethereum, and the others did not. That's the difference. This is a sham, and Congress should be ashamed of itself if they're not hauling these guys up in front of them and starting an investigation, because this is a travesty.
The country that's doing a very interesting job, not a hands-off job, but not specifically creating regulation designed to address anything new, is the United States. So the Securities and Exchange Commission in the United States has decided to apply securities law as they have done successfully for decades, and they are essentially identifying fraudulent projects and projects that have sold a security even though they didn't believe it was a security. And I think that's going to work out really well, because we at Ethereum and we at Consensus have been sort of following that law right from the start. One thing that's very exciting is that Bill Hinman, about 3.5-4 months ago, Director of Corporate Finance at the SEC, spoke publicly about the fact that these network business models, which are held together by these tokens, can have consumer utility tokens that are issued and sold, similar to air miles or other sorts of tokens. And if they're constructed properly and marketed properly, so they're not marketed as investments, they're not marketed to speculators, they're marketed to people who intend and maybe are forced to use them on these platforms, that is recognized as essentially a new construct by the SEC. And given that realization, which we're not seeing in some other parts of the world, all the old rules apply. You don't need new regulation. You just need a good understanding of what things you're doing with the technology in this project versus what things you're doing in the technology in this project. And
totally absurd. All right, John Deaton weighs in on this. This was a Panda Ripple XRP. Hinman declared that the Ethereum cryptocurrency Ether was not a security. After his declaration, the value rose significantly. After departing the SEC in late 2020, he joined Simpson Thacher as a partner. And then John Deaton says, what's more troubling than going back to Simpson Thacher, a member of the Ethereum Alliance, that paid him $15 million while at the SEC, is becoming a partner at Andreessen Horowitz's $2.2 billion crypto fund after they helped write his Ethereum Free Pass speech. Hinman then went on CNBC and informed the world that when he and the SEC looked at Ethereum, they didn't see a third-party promoter behind the platform after he met with those very promoters multiple times and they helped write the speech. Why isn't this being reported more? Exactly. And then Stefan Huber weighs in here. MIT Technology Review 2018. Ethereum thinks it can change the world, but it's running out of time. The question is, how long Ethereum backers have to pull it off? In the end, their ambition faces the same question. Ethereum's blockchain does. Can it scale, or is it just rainbows? Well, I think it's just rainbows that they thought that they could get away with getting with the SEC and getting a free pass for Ethereum, and that nobody was ever going to put the pieces of this timeline together and find the video of their own arrogant words. I think that's a rainbow. I can't believe that this is being done in the United States of America. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family that this SEC Ethereum free pass is all rainbows, fantasy land. The idea of it being decentralized while all other digital assets are somehow in a different place, fantasy land. And they all know it.